down we go, 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 go. Way down we go, 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 go. So way down we go.
Watching this live coverage of Dialog Rugby League as Air Force host the Copes for the first time in this league, and both teams in the losing streak. And welcome to all our viewers watching this. We also have another game back in Nittawala, but this game once again between these forces, there won't be any love lost, and we are bringing you with pictures from the Air Force ground. Beautiful surface, pretty much like the race course, and it's going to be soft. There's both the captains, and you can see a real cheer as both the teams just finished the warm-ups. And Pushpa Kumar will be the captain, and Rasid Silva, the captain of Pearly Sports Club. Two experienced, two veterans for their respective teams, and both teams, especially Police, they don't have any luxury names in their team, but Air Force have some recruits, actually former Police players in the likes of Radesha Seniratna and Charles Praveen. Unfortunately, Charles will not be playing today. And joining me in the commentary, Paul Toya. Very good afternoon, Paul.
Afternoon, Sabir, and afternoon, viewers. Welcome to the Air Force grounds here. It's a beautiful afternoon for rugby. It's the surface is perfect. There's a breath of fresh air. There's not much wind to speak of, which is unusual for this ground. So it's perfect conditions for running rugby. The skies look a little bit grey, but I can't see any clouds that are going to threaten rain.
Yeah, Paul, it was raining last night, but even the 4 p.m. kickoff might not be a problem today, hope, because we still have some sun set back of our commentary box.
Yeah, that's right. Look, and the sun does set here. There's up on the screen, you can see it's 29 degrees at the moment, partly cloudy. The wind speed is 8 kilometres an hour, northeast direction, so there's not too much wind to talk of, and there's 77% humidity, which is fairly sticky, as it is always in Sri Lanka at this time of day. I'd imagine the wind might pick up as the game goes on, Sabir.
Yes, indeed. Usually in this Air Force ground, the wind comes from one direction. So whoever attacks from right to left on your screens will have that slight advantage. And that will help to put that territorial kicks. But it's very hard to put that territorial kicks to fine touch in bounds, Paul. Yeah,
that's right. So that's an advantage for the Air Force players because they train here, they practice here, they know the limits of the ground. So that's an area where we would expect them to have a slight advantage. We don't know at this ground. Usually there is a kicking duel that does go on, and teams do like to play territory. Unlike the other games that were played this weekend, we saw at a racecourse ground when CH played CR, it was a very possession-based game, and also the game yesterday between Navy and Heavies was very possession-based as well.
And here's that police outfit during the warm-ups. Coach Shamli Nawaz, of course, he was talking just before this preview that, in fact, just before this game, and the target is not this year rather. Looking at the 3-year plan, and also for Air Force, Soumya Silva, former Air Force player who's in charge of them, and they don't have their coach with them. So Hashan Gomez, former police captain. Some good pictures coming here, some good camera work, and some good technical work by Mudita Maduranga as well.
So Sabir, I'd imagine both these coaches they're both looking for their first win of the season. They'll be pushing their boys hard to continue with the belief. So they talk about belief a lot in pre-season, and a team believes in what they're going to do in the season. So they work hard in the pre-season to facilitate that belief. But third round, this is the third round. First two rounds, they've both come away with losses. So someone's going to break that duck here today.
Indeed, someone have to get that 5 points cushion to put them. Well, let's have a look at the team card first up. For Air Force, the home team, Pushpakumar Samaraheva, Ratnayaka, Rajanayaka, Madhusanka, Jayavira, and also experience in the likes of Radhisha Seniratna, who swapped from police last season. He was absolutely brilliant. He's been in the try machine. And Tarun Dishanaga, former St. Peter's player, and Saraka Viral at number 8, and Ranjan Badegama and Gayant Hiddamal got a 2 halfback combination will be key part, and the young Jan Silagam and Hevage in the centre combination. Also Madhushan in the left wing, Veera Singh and Ramdas, another 2 experience for the Air Force. Also in the bench, Bandara, Sandhuran Pera, Samarkon Veeratna, Charit Seniratna. He'll be a handy player when it comes to action, along with Surya Krishan and Amila Bandara, another experienced players for Air Force Sports Club. Of course, Charit will be the main kicker for Air Force, but it'll be interesting who's going to take those kicks. Maybe Iddamal got a former captain. And Air Force with their stunning jersey, and they're with their team huddle waiting for their opposition. And let's have a look at the Police Sports Club. Danushka Surya, Rasit Silva, the skipper, Laira Pavitra in the front row combination, and the experience and the veteran Acharige with Nisal Samadhi in the lock combination. Surya Peruma, young Wajid Fahmi and Sajid Seram in the back loose forwards. Also Hashan Gomez, he can play as a wing 3/4 as well, but he's starting at 9. And Zaid Singh amongst the first start for former Zaira player. And Danushka Silva in the wing, Lahir Guru Singh, Janit Chandimal, another 2 experienced police players in the centre combination. Koritu Akwa and Edil Singh will be the wing and the full back, and Manoj Silva, Molgoda Patirana Sanjula, Kasun Javikrama Silva and Janit Chanaka will be the replacements or the finishers for Police Sports Club.
Nice to see Shinawata getting a start today. He's a very direct player. He's not a kicking number 10, he's a running 10, so let's see if we can straighten up the back line. He might bring a little bit of decisive running and also attack-minded play to their back line, which Police are in desperate need of at the moment.
Yes, Paul. Meanwhile, in Kandy at Nitavella, the home team leading 12 points to 3 at the 15-minute mark. And that'll be an interesting game. Kandy will certainly look for their bonus point win to come top in the league after a nightmare for Havelocks at Valisada last evening.
Yeah, that's right. They missed out on the opportunity to get the bonus point first up as we see Police trotting out onto the ground.
Kasan Silva leading all the way the Copes.
So the clock on the far side, as you just saw on screen, just went out a picture there, was 16:05, so that's 4:05. Let's hope we get to the end of the game with enough light.
Let's hope we get enough light at the end of the 80 minutes, and so all things are set. We still don't see the referee in the middle. Maybe not sure what is the delay is for. And it's a lovely sight here, and we can see some extra wind coming in. And Ajit Kumar, assisted by Dinka Piris and Pradeep Indiga. Good to see that Sri Lanka Referee Society trying to give some chance for the upcoming referees.
Yeah, look, you've got to give them a bit of experience. You can do all the theory you want and look at videos and that sort of thing and read books about it, but there's nothing like going out there in the middle and controlling the game.
Yes, indeed. We saw some few international referees who are new into this scene, although Michael Chika didn't like it.
Yeah, look, I thought Ben O'Keefe had a good game last night. That's the England-Australia game you were referring to. Severe's, you know, a couple of those calls could have gone either way. You looked at the bounce of the ball from one angle, it looked like it went out. Then from the other angle, it looked like it was in, so England seemed to get away with one there.
All right, where things are set here, and police will attack from right to left on your screen. And the game, not sure still why they are waiting. Maybe for the ambulance. That's what Nilhan Pera told me. I'm not sure why is this ball.
I'm not sure either, but I do like this, what our Air Force are doing. If we're going to have a delay, if we're going to wait, then I'm going to bring my team together, is what the leaders are saying. We're going to have a little chat and refocus and work out exactly what we need to do here, and so we don't let our minds wander at all. So the word will be just to make sure you focus on your job at the time. One man taking the kick off. What's our role here at this point? What are we trying to achieve? Generally, from a kick-off, you want to try and receive the ball well, set up for a kick, and then get either look to get into the opposition's half, or if they load one side, then and leave another side open, you can run it into the other side. But that's pretty rare.
No, looks like we're ready. Referee is still. Well, here you go. This is what we've been waiting all this time. So a little delay for the rugby ball. 5 minutes late than the usual 4 p.m. kickoff, but all set now as Zaid Singh Wangsa to take the kickoff. And doesn't look like a good start. It's not finding touch. Sorry, not 10 meters rather.
Look, he won't be happy with that. He would have been nervous to start off with. It's first start, senior level rugby. It's a step up from what he was playing last year. Let's hope he can work his way back into the game. So this is an advantage here for Air Force. Very dangerous position. They can go left or right.
Yes, indeed. Hope Saraka Viralla at number 8. He's a powerful ball carrier. And he will be assisted by Radhesh Seniratna as well, who's playing in the blind side. And here's Viralla sending it to Idam Algoda. With his first shot, lovely offload, good hands coming by Air Force. And Ishara. Here's Idam Algoda. To Niroshan Ramanayaka going into contact and winning a penalty straight away. So early chance to put some points on the board.
Offside there from the referee. Now I did like the as we have a look at the replay, and you can't really see where they're offside there, but police were offside a little bit further back. But I liked how Air Force took the ball on the advantage line from that last scrum, which was a good attacking play.
Well, this is interesting call. And instead of a 3-pointer, they opted to go into touch. And it's not a bad ploy, but they need to make sure first up the throw should come straight by Parakram Ratnayaka. And Air Force into the opposite red zone for the first time. And that's taken very neatly, and here comes that drive. Niroshan and Madhusanka combining so well. Saraka Viralla still didn't engage the scrum, or the maul rather. Looks like advantage going sideways. And Air Force has a good opportunity now. Inches away. Here's that pick and drive. Again combining two forwards. Just inches out. Another pick and go. You can see Hashan Gomez marshalling his troops, his defensive wall. Very slow, taking all their time, Air Force, despite they have the advantage. And probably they try to suck numbers and get some space out wide. And here's Idam Algoda, a lovely decoy run. And Air Force on the attack. And here comes the first strike. Can he make it? Just short. And Jahan Silagama acting as halfback, sending out wide. Lovely pick. Pick up by the front row forward. And Samaraheva into contact. Idamal Goda. Good hands coming in, trying to dummy through. And here's Radisha Seniratna, and he's all the way for the first try. And he's the man we've been talking about, Paul, one of the key player, and he's a try machine.
He is a try machine. He's a little dynamo, isn't he? He doesn't stop, but there's great use of possession there by Air Force. They held on to the ball well. Their clean out was accurate, so they kept the ball and kept the possession sacred, and then they moved it all the way left. It looked like they might have been held up there. Then they brought them back into the middle, and then they found there was a little bit more space on the outside again. So good try there by Radisha.
So finally, it's not a bad decision going into touch. And showing that attacking rugby. Here's the replay. Samaraheva into contact, and lovely hands by Idamal Goda. And the blind wing cutting inside, and Radisha Weeraratne saw that space, vacant area, picked the ball and all the way for the try. Idamal Goda with the conversion. And that curls in, and that's a peach of a kick by Idamal Goda.
It sounded perfect off the boot. Flew well.
Captain last year for the Air Force. And he's one good player. He really want to come into that national circuit to play sevens. But still, there's lots of room for him to show his showcase.
So that's how important the kickoff is. So that all came from that kickoff where police couldn't quite make 10 metres, and then just put pressure back on the police team, and they never actually recovered. They didn't get the ball back. See, the kickoff comes, and it's gone 10 metres this time. See if we can put some pressure on there.
So no mistakes by Singawangsa this time around. And here's Air Force. A big diving run by the loose head prop forward Samaraheva. And Varela sending it to Idamal Goda. Lahiru. In fact, it's not Lahiru, the fullback could not hold on to the position, but here's the counter attack by police number 24, Danushka Silva. And Singawangsa act as the halfback. Sending it to big number 3, Lahiru Pavitra. Lovely bursting run. Play on, says the referee, as the ball comes loose. And police this time winning a penalty. Some disciplinary issue in the breakdown. Referee speaking to the skipper. And Singawangsa. Oh, that's not a good kick at all. Well, that's the second mistake for the debut player.
Yeah, that's a terrible kick. Let's hope he gets his kicking boots on. I saw it showed a lot of urgency coming in. It looked like they didn't have a halfback at one of their rucks, and he came in from a long way away. And that's the type of urgency you like to see from debutants. But he just needs to take his time with his kicking. It's a closed skill.
And if you look at his knees, also heavily strapped, Paul. And scrum of Hashan Gomez, he can make those territorial kicks. Probably he will be the next option. Here's Acharya, nicely taken in the air. And Singawangsa, he's got that running ability as a outside half, and that's a good tackle. Almost a turnover. Hands in the ruck. Referee playing advantage for a knock-on maybe. Radisha Seniratne once again with the ball. And here goes Ranjan sending out wide. A lovely chip. Police with the ball. Just outside their 22. And Lahiru Guru Singh rather, sending it to his supportive player. The coaching staff screaming, here's the opportunity. Lovely run by Police 15. Utpal Edir but unfortunately he just could not get his offloads right on that occasion.
I missed the hand signal. Oh, there you go. It's an offside line. It's well recognised. There was a little bit of space down that blind side there for Police, and they took that option. It's well done. The ball just needed to be moved one more pass instead of cutting in, and he would have been away. They had the numbers. They had the space. They had to take advantage of it.
So Police coming into the Air Force territory once again, and here's the skipper to put the throw in. Rasid Silva. Once again, line out is working so well as Acharya, that big number 4, collected nicely, and here Police marching forward. It's a pretty decent drive, Paul, almost 10 meters. And there comes the collapse, and the advantage is there. Singawangsa, not a good pass. And Police, however, winning that penalty.
Forwards must be pulling their hair out. They just marched them up 20 metres. The backs takes them 2 passes to take them all the way back by 20 metres. So maybe that might be a sign to the captain to make sure let's just keep the ball in the forwards. The backs aren't going to treasure possession like they should. I'd like to see the backs actually in the Police team maybe stand a little bit flatter. Instead of going backwards by 20 metres, maybe come up a little bit and really challenge the line.
Here's that driving maul, 15 to 20 meters.
What a great solid platform that is. All 8 men working. They all know what their roles are. The ball's just looking like it's coming out.
Well collected by Pavitra. Police still with position now. Gomez sending it to Singawangsa. Lovely running by Lahiru Guru Singh, a former Police captain. And he's not isolated on that occasion as Gomez feeding the ball to his right. That's poor handling by Police. They just need to control that position. And Gomez to Singawangsa. And here comes the hands. Lovely up and tackle by Air Force Centre. Silagam assisting but falling off it, not supporting the body weight by Air Force number 13, Papsar Hevage.
Yeah, look, here we see the initial hit there. Then he just gets a little bit excited. He needs to get onto his feet and stay on his feet. He just goes off his feet again and the player comes in behind him. So the players that come in behind him, what they actually need to do is they need to support the player who's there. Instead of just bowling him over, they need to hold on to him around the waist and try and lock in on top of him so that if there's a man over the ball, the man over the ball is not going to be moved. It's an opportunity now for Shinawangsa. Put all those butterflies and all the nerves to bed with this kick.
Certainly with his kicking distance. And we don't see any wind coming either. And Singawangsa just missed that kick from the left uprights, sliding away. And not the first 12 minutes that he want to have.
Look, he certainly had the distance. It was just the direction he was lacking. So that's around about his range. He probably might be able to start nudging them from the 40 if he's at a push. But he'll have to just work out that radar.
And here's the 22 restart. That's sent into the Police territory. Here's Singawangsa now, sending it to Papsar. Here's Gomez. Lovely running by the former skipper and lovely pass as well. Here can Police counter all the way. Good tackle coming by Air Force number 13. And all of a sudden, they're playing some good running rugby inside their red zone. And here's the big number 3 going into contact, Lahiru Pavitra. They have numbers out wide. Can they score the try in the far corner? Oh, good piece of tackle. Here's Gomez now. To Lahiru Pavitra as the first receiver. He's been tackled well as well. Police still with position in the opposite red zone. Gomez marshalling his troops now. Here's the skipper. He couldn't find much yardage. He's been tackled as well. Gomez now. Here's Acharige. Can Acharige go? Well held by Air Force defense. Trying to snipe through by Gomez. And here's a chance. A lovely inside pass to number 23. Can he score the first try? He's been tackled. He needs to release the ball. He's been tackled. And number 23, that is Zaid Singh Awangsa, is he? Yeah. Look at the replay, Paul.
So the number 5 there, that's the... Yeah, we can see Sinawangsa just... He was tackled, he was on the ground. Got to let go of the ball there if you're going to stand up and replay the ball.
Well, not sure whether he was held by the tackler. But anyway, Phil is giving away position once again. Oh, this time stolen by Acharige. But conceding a penalty, holding on, says the referee. It'll be interesting to look at the replay.
Well, look, here we see it was in a little overthrow there. Collected by the number 4 for Police. The tall timber there. Now, is he going to survive the clean out? He doesn't survive the clean out, but he still gets the penalty. It's all about law interpretation. And so that's how the referee's interpreting the law there. Generally in rugby, you have to survive the clean out and show some strength over the top of the ball.
And Acharya certainly is a disappointed man on that occasion. And here's Ratnayaka. Taken well, and Saraka sending out wide to Iddamal Goda. That's a nice little pass. And Iddamal Goda put that territorial kick into space, put Sandesh under deep trouble. In fact, it's not Sandesh, he's in the bench. That's Sujan Korithuakku.
Look, it's not a bad kick, but you see, so they made what, an extra 20 odd metres, 25 metres. What I'd actually like to see is that they pressurised the defence a little bit more. They got well over the advantage line. They had an opportunity to keep attacking and have a go at the Police defence on the far side before they have an opportunity to reset. But they didn't do it that time. Just drop back in the pocket and the kick.
Nicely taken once again by Acharya. When you have a tall as Acharya, it's so easy to win the lineouts. And Police, we saw they are driving forward almost 20 metres like 5 minutes ago, but not this time. But it's been taken out from the 22, and the kick should be inside the playing area. And there's a good tackle by Lahiru. Now Air Force with position. Number 8 Saraka Virala feeding. This time scrum half Badagama sending it to Iddamal Goda. Powerful run by the first centre. Another pick and go. Inch by inch, Air Force trying to move forward. It's a lovely long pass. And that's a very good run by Ishara Madhushan. Here's Ida Malgoda feeding it to Niroshan Rajanayaka, the tight head prop. And this time to the loose head prop. And unfortunately, he knocks it on.
Yeah, look, it looks like there was an offside call. Maybe 2 rucks earlier. Police aren't quite getting back on side. We saw that little pop ball there. Quite like the lines that Air Force are running at the moment, Severe. And they're really challenging the attacker, the defenders to come up and make a tackle. Sooner or later they're going to find a hole and find a gap and pick the right pass, but just working out what they're going to do. Are they going to have a shot at goal, or are they going to kick for the line?
This time they are going to add some points. Ida Malgoda made a peach of a conversion with 40-meter angle. And I think he certainly have the advantage of the wind ball. Pinned off silence here at Ratmalana, respecting the kicker. And that falls short and wide of the upright. So therefore still leads 7 points to nil. We are heading into the second quarter now.
Yeah, that didn't even look like it was going to over, did it? It was a bit low, right the bit. Air Force to put the ball in there, 15 metres inside the police half. A lot of pressure coming there from police as they force them back. The ball comes the blind side. 13 for Air Force, takes the ball up there. They've gotten to within 38 metres as they spread the ball back out into the middle as the big boys, they take the ball over the gain line there.
Yeah, good piece of handling. Here's the number 21 trying to find that exit strategy, doesn't work. Should have given and support. And here's Ida Malgoda. A lovely long pass, but it is forward, says the referee.
Forward pass, scrum given. Looked like it was a 3-on-3. I'm not sure if that was the option, even if it was going to hit the target. Generally 3-on-3, you want to just get it through the hands and just try and create something for the man in the middle. But he hit it pass straight to the outside. It means that all the defenders are going to come across and close in on that man, and doesn't give him much of an option.
We saw Hiranta Pereira made similar pass to Sandun Herat in yesterday's match at Valisura. But this time Ida Malgoda, usually a very good skillful player, but this time with the help of the wind that ball is going some extra inches maybe.
Look, his ball distribution is good, although he turns his body, his hips face the sideline, and it just, when he's going to pass, it looks like he's going to pass. He's not going to run, he's not going to do anything except for pass, which is a problem, because what you actually want is you want players to challenge the defender, challenge the line, and also be a threat. There's a triple threat you can give. You can run, you can pass, you can kick. Now when he shapes the pass, he's not going to run, he's not going to kick. His whole body just gives signals that he's going to pass, and that's not really what you want from the ball distributor, because you want to have him to be showing different pitches to the defensive team.
Yeah, Iddamalgola can survive because we don't see a Michael Hooper type of flanker in the police team.
Well, there's one in the Air Force team. He used to play for the police, didn't he?
Here's Gomez. Good break by Serum, and here comes the ball out wide. Lovely offload piece of play, and another offload comes by number 24 for Police, Danushka Silva. Some good pressure coming in that ruck, and here's another knock on. Looks like Wajid Fahmi. It's not going well for the youngsters so far. And here's another debut player, Jehan Silagama, into contact, former St. Anthony's player.
Little box kick comes in. The winger for Police, he takes the ball straight into contact. There was no way he's doing anything other than that. Air Force player is on the ball. Didn't look like there was a release. I'm not sure what he has to do to try and get a call from the referee. So we see the staunch defence there by Air Force. The ball's lost. So a little box kick comes in. From the halfback.
That's a well-timed kick, but well collected by Air Force number 23, and a lovely run. Can he go? Here comes that offload to Javir. Rumesh Ramdas, who made that initial run with the lovely catch, and here's Saraka Veral. And Iddamalgola opting to kick into the open space, and that's a pretty decent kick, as Police number 24 really struggled to get in position. Silva.
Yeah, look, Sabir, I'm just finding those kicks a little bit aimless. Kicking the ball away like that. I'd like him to take, as I said earlier, but here was a good run by the 23. Skips out of 2 tackles. Amazing run, accelerates there, then comes back in, and now he's going to start looking for his forwards as he sees big boys in front of him. It's a good run, got them back another 20 metres. So we see Air Force about to have a line out on the 22.
Some interesting cheer going on for Air Force. And here's another good take. And in the meantime, Kandy leading 34 points to 6. Gomez sending it to Silva. And Silva puts the kick. Police winning the penalty. Offside play by Air Force.
I'm not sure who was offside. Were they coming through the line out? Oh, there you go. So there, a maul's formed. There's an offside line. Someone's up in front. There's a number 6. So he stopped. As you saw from that replay, come back live now.
Another poor kick by Singawangsa. And here's a chance for Air Force. A lovely offload to Padma Sankar. Padma Sankar sending it to Silagama. Here's Seram. Oh, lovely running angle by Air Force number 1, Samaraheva. Some quick ball out. Here's another lovely work. Iddamalgola should have given it to Radhesh Seniratna. Unfortunately, knocks it on. Good tackle coming by Udara Surya Perma, who captained Police last year. And here's Police fullback sending out wide to Singhamangsa. Big hit coming on Police number 8. And it looks like Sajid Seram. In fact, it's Wajid Fahmi.
Looked like he might have copped it on the chin as well. Well, the boots he's wearing in New Zealand, they're called Smash Me boots.
That's completely legal, Paul. Nothing wrong with that hit.
Why? It looked like there might have been a little bit of contact to his chin.
Well, he's still staying in the field. And this time the penalty into touch. So it's going to be police throw in. And also join me for the technical and tactical analysis on the Back to the Boat segment brought to you by Kawani. And hopefully Leak Eagle will join me for the coming week's edition.
That'll be good, Sabir. He might tell us all the secret to his success. He's been outstanding the last 2 weeks.
He is indeed. So as police line out, and the Acharige and Rasid Silva, the captain's combination in throwing and jumping is paying dividends for police so far. And here's that shove once again. Gomez sending it to Singhavangsa, running sideways, lateral movement once again. A lovely break by number 24. Here's a real opportunity for police, number 15. And he offloads to number 14 and try time to Sujan Korituaku. What a lovely try, Paul. Oh dear, it's not a try, unfortunately. Well, looks like he has found the whitewash in the far corner.
That was great ball movement, though, especially that last pass. Getting that last pass away, it looked like it was in contact. I thought that he was tackled with the ball, and then all of a sudden the winger was sliding away. Initial break there, one little pass off. Now this pass here,
Maybe his foot is in the whitewash.
oh, it's a scrum.
Maybe that pass is forward. Interesting call, but here comes Air Force now, trying to escape from their jail. Good pick and run in the shorter side by Ratnayaka. Here's Idda Malgoda. He's not finding touch. The kick finds touch with the collection, so looks like Air Force will have this throw in. Yeah, that's pretty bad work by police fullback.
Well, I think it was touched actually on the fly. I thought someone might have half charged it down. Sort of sounded like two noises. But it was a great exit by Air Force, well drilled. They took the ball up in the 12-13 channel, and then they took one more phase to take it out. And I thought they might have gone outside of the 22 and then passed it back inside.
And this time Air Force showing some discipline in their line out. Collected nicely by the lock forward Supun Madhusanka. And here's that drive. And Idda Malgoda sending it to his first center. Another advantage. This time Acharige not rolling away. And taken it quickly by Veralla. Saraka Veralla made almost 10 meters, showing some good skills. But unfortunately knocks it on with his second pickup.
Yeah, look, you just need a little bit more patience. As well spotted there. That's the time to take the quick tap when the defence isn't set. Here we see the player there. He hasn't got hold of the ball there, and then he has another bite at the cherry, and that's what the penalty was for. Picks up the ball and goes. As we come back live, there's now a scrum for police, so it's a defensive scrum. Here we just see he makes a half break. He gets caught here. There's players behind him. They should be talking to him, telling him just to let's just set the ball because on this near side, Air Force were away. to Air Force. Little timeout. We're going to go and check something. I'm not sure what we're going to check, but there was another opportunity there for police to put some pressure on. They kicked into the corner. They looked like they were going to take the get a line out, but the ball didn't quite make it into touch. And we've seen how efficient their line out is. So every time they don't throw out, it's an opportunity that they miss because they've got such a great driving maul.
We're heading into the first half, and there's not much action in terms of the scoreboard moving, but Air Force, the home team, still leading 7 points to nil.
Now let's have a look at the exit from Air Force there. As I said, they're 12 metres inside, maybe 13 metres inside their own half on the left-hand side. So they've got a big open side to play with. And that was Radisha centre right now. He took the ball off the back, set up the clearing kick. It's really nothing kick there. It's straight down the gullet of the winger.
And here's that long pass, and Silva just could not hold on to the position. Big hit coming by Silagama. Good contest by Police winger and Air Force centre, but Lairu Guru Singha just finds a touch. Just not enough awareness in the shorter side.
Yeah, not enough awareness, or that's clear. He takes he just the Maori sidestep straight into that man. It's well done here, and there was a little bit of space. It was the 3-on-1. That pass wasn't good enough, and you're right on the sideline. So you run out there with the ball in hand. That's a turnover straight away. So you give the ball back to the opposition. Cardinal error for wingers.
Sorry for the
Ball comes in and was lost. Live pictures come back onto your screen, viewers. Air Force take the ball up into the middle of into the field.
And here's big number 18 straight away into act. Sandarwan Adhikari and winning a penalty. What will Iddamal go to do? Tap and put into touch and go to the breather.
Well, if Samuel Matawantha was here, we know what he'd do. He'd have a shot at goal. I saw him take one almost 60 metres on Friday.
Yeah, he's been brilliant for St. Anthony's College. And this time the penalty kick was into touch, so they will have the line out according to the new law.
Yeah, that's right. So this will be the last act of the half.
You can see the wind from the assistant referee's flag.
So the high percentage play here is the throw to the number 2 jumper. That's the most secure jumper. Number 4, lots of people throw to, but if you throw to number 6, or the players down the back, what happens is you tie in the defenders at the back of the line out, and it means that you create more space for your attack. So let's see what they do. They go for the high percentage play right at the front, set up a driving maul.
Supun Madhusanka taking it nicely. And that's been called mark, but there's another penalty for that line-out infringement.
I just struggle to work out why that little chip kick there from the flanker is the best option when you get a penalty advantage. I'm yet to work that out. For me, just playing a normal play and playing with Gay Bannon because you have got a penalty advantage seems the way to go. But the Hail Mary kick, if you will, comes in often in Sri Lankan rugby, doesn't it? And they just kick away possession. I haven't seen it come off yet.
Well, so Air Force, they just want to go for the break with another try. The intention is clear. And this time, almost a fumble, juggled through, but somehow managed to secure the position. Pick and run by tight head prop Rajanayaka. And here's the halfback Badagama, and there comes the knock on Paul. And rightly so, Gomez just puts the kick into touch. And that will be the half time. Finally, quite interesting. From 40-minute mark, we played 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. They just continued on because of those penalties. But we go to half-time with 7 points on the board for Air Force. And I think they deserved the 7 points. Police, they had one opportunity where they had a shot at goal, but they didn't really have much of the play. And they didn't really, they didn't really challenge the defensive line as we would have liked to have seen. We saw on one occasion on the far side, they really went to stretch the Air Force defence. But other than that, they haven't done much. We see, as you see on the screen, it's 7 points to 0, Air Force over Police. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
So where down we go, way down we go.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කොහොමද
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කයා. අපි දන්නේ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන් පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා. පිටියේ කතා තුලින් රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
papare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම papare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා.
So the most unforgettable rugby experience I had is probably a game when I was playing in the south of France. And we were playing a team where we'd never beaten them before in the history of the club. And we'd just scored some points. We were leading by 1 point. There was a minute to go. They were kicking off to us. The ball flew high in the air and went into the backfield. Our winger, instead of catching the ball, fly kicked the ball directly off the kick, straight into a prop who was standing in front of him, and it hit him in the back of the head. The referee called a penalty for player in front. The guy kicked the ball over. It was the end of the game. I still can't believe the look on the crowd's faces when that game finished, and that's probably the most unforgettable moment in rugby that I've ever had.
Welcome back to the second half action of Dialog Rugby League 2017-18, and the home team Air Force leading with 7 points to nil over the Copes, and both teams in the losing team in the last 2 weeks. Joining me also in the commentary box, Paul Toya.
Hi Sabia, hi, welcome back viewers. 7 points to nil, it's a close game, it's still all on the line, anyone can take this game, but I'd like to see Police hold on to the ball a little bit tighter. Also kick out when they have a penalty because they've got such a great line out.
And that's a very neat restart as Lahiru Gurusinghe catches the ball and puts into the 50-meter mark. So there's not much difference in terms of that kickoff now. Air Force will have the line out on the center mark.
Look, as a coach, you're happy with that. Getting back to the halfway line, it's a good clean exit. You've caught the ball. It seems nice and fair. Now Police have an opportunity. It's a shortened line out, 4-man line out. It's only one jumping pod.
Nicely taken, and that's not a good pass. A bit too high by the scrum half. Badagama. And that's a lovely run by Jan Silagama. Busting through, and here's Badagama sending it to Idda Malgoda in the shorter side. Lovely hands coming in. And Idda Malgoda sending it to the big forward. That's number 18, Adhikari, who came from off the bench. And here's some good hands as Asida Padma Sankarada, former Isipatana player, into contact. Here's Idda Malgoda sending it to the tight head prop Rajanayaka. Quick balls coming in by the halfback, and Idda Malgoda knew that penalty advantage is there. As a result, he just tried to put that chip kick and try some luck. Probably they will go to the post.
Yeah, they haven't indicated. There's an offside there. That's a signal from the referee. They're going to kick for the line. Put some more heat on the Police defence. Line out just goes out. You can see the referee's assistant flag is up there. He might be, what's that, 15 metres maybe from the try line. It's a full line out, so there's an option to drive. Are they going to go to the middle, the front, or the back?
That's an interesting call, Paul. I thought they would go for the points to be a bit more in the comfort zone. And that's a nicely taken by Air Force lock Madhusanka. And it's a bit unsettled mold. And here's Air Force marching forward now. Who's got the ball?
Held up, turnover ball. Police are going to come out with it. Taken in there by Air Force. Police hold them up. Well done. It was a well-formed maul. Looked like they were going forward. They just need to control the ball and control where it is when it starts breaking up.
Yeah, what a lovely opportunity for them to come out of jail. We don't see any changes as yet. We still see Zaid Singawangsa. Anytime.
Here you see the maul's just broken up there, and you need players to reform there as quickly as they can. And that's where Police got in there on the ball. I think it might be number 8. No, it's not the number 8. Couldn't see exactly who got in on the ball, but someone from Police got in there and held on to it as they put the ball into the scrum and try and clear it out. Shinna wants a boot to ball.
And Singawangsa finds touch with some pressure. Still Air Force in the comfort zone now.
Shinawaz's kicking wouldn't give coaches too much comfort. I wouldn't imagine. That was a pretty sketchy kick. A few oohs and ahs from the crowd. So Air Force 18 metres out from the try line. They go to the middle. Fumble looked like it was a knock on. Police did well there to clean that out. Just going to set up another ruck. See if they can get a better purchase on the clearance kick. So that's all about. Diving kick there, diving pass. It's a nice, beautiful, long kick. Gets them to almost up to the halfway line as Air Force just bring the ball back again.
Padma Sanka was lucky. Knockback, says the referee. Iddamal Goda sending out wide. Trying to get the Silagama into action, but he's not there. Once again, Padma Sanka. Well tackled by police number 6. Almost interception, but here goes Air Force. Oh, good tackle coming in. Sandaruan Adhikari, the man who went that massive run. And here's the Malgoda space out wide. Can they score? And that's right time. Air Force number 23. Number 23, that's Ramesh Ramdas. The experienced guy scoring that try.
Yeah, that was set up all by the. There's a little slight pass, a little off pass, a little tip on there. I didn't see the number or didn't see the player, but it's in one of the big men right through the middle, and that's really what set that up. And as soon as they went down to ground, they were patient. They held on to the ball. They set one more ruck, and they just spread the ball out wide, and the defence wasn't there, and managed to get over in the corner. So well done, Air Force.
Yes, indeed. Interesting last few phases of this game. All of a sudden, Air Force showing some intensity. This is what you want to see. Yep. A big man, number 18, Sandaruan Adhikari.
Yeah, it was a nice run. He was charging towards the line. I'm not sure he made the tackle. Was it Shinawansa? But the kick conversions doesn't quite make the mark. But it was a good tackle, and they held him up. So that's 12 points Air Force have kicked away to now.
Still plenty of time remaining, Paul. And police body language. They have to put their engine. They have to work on their game plan.
Yeah, there's that wide miss pass, and they just didn't have the numbers there. Just if they'd gone through the hands as well, they would have been able to score quite easily too. I think there were 2 defenders and 5 attackers, so with those sort of numbers, even schoolboys can score from that position.
So you see the changes coming in for police. Sandesh Jayavikrama is back from the bench as Zaid Singh Wangsa goes to the sub. So police in the Air Force territory, but Air Force will have this lineup.
Air Force will be take this down. It looks like one of the policemen is going to go and sit down for 10 minutes.
Well, looks like it's the scrum half, Hashan Gomez. Is it? It's in fact the skipper, number 2, Rasid Silva. Will have to sit in the naughty chair for the remaining next 10 minutes rather.
Well, if it is the skipper, he's number 2. That's a strange call because he threw the ball into the line out and then got a yellow card for something that he did directly after that. So he must have said something to the referee, or I'm not sure.
We apologize for the technical faults you're having throughout this game. And here's the line out. It was stolen by police. Once again, it looks like a knock-on advantage. Yeah, it's going to be a scrum in favor of police.
Look, the boys just need to concentrate a little bit harder here. There's the lineouts have been good so far, but The skill execution's just letting them down, both teams down at the moment. Just need to concentrate. There's still a long way to go in this game. Still over 30 minutes. Referee's still involved here in the chat. They're talking about who's going to play front row. Time off while they organise this.
So probably one of the flankers have to give away. Here's that pass. Sandesh Jayavikrama puts that offload. Here's the chance for police. 2-on-1. Lovely dummy, but Air Force defense was so accurate on that occasion, conceding another penalty.
Well, players going on off their feet. Referee's not liking it. Let's see what Jayavikrama can do with the boot. We wanted to put them inside the 22. He's going to do exactly that, just outside the 22, but he's gotten the ball into touch. It's a start. So can police build something from this excellent driving more line out they have? Got an Air Forceman, an airman down on the ground just in front of us, and there's also a policeman down near us as well. So the referee will call a little break. And there's the whistle there, time off, as the medical crew have an opportunity to get on and assess the damage. It's just off screen for you viewers.
Well, there's one Air Force player and a police player nursing some injuries.
Look, it's very pleasant evening here. Really still conditions. The ground hasn't chopped up at all. The light's perfect. It's that golden hour where everyone looks really great in photographs. It's like an Instagrammer's dream at the moment.
Yeah, it was overcast for a while, but like I said, that golden touch comes from the heaven. And clock is still stopped.
Referee's about to call time on.
And we don't see the scoreboard clock being operated as well. We had to throw it for the referee's whistle.
It's a false start. The game's back on. The romance is over.
And here's the throw by the replacement hooker. Well taken by the experienced Acharige. And here comes that drive. Air Force for the first time in the second half feeling some pressure. Can police go all the way? And that's a good run. Good drive. Inches away. And all of a sudden the cheer comes from the police fans. Gomez to Lairu Gurusingha, sending it to number 21. And here comes a try for Police Sports Club. That is Suranga, former Prince of Wales player. In fact, Sanjula Udaya Sanjula, the man who scored that try, played for Sri Lanka under 27's team. And finally, Police getting some momentum.
Yeah, look, they need to build on that driving line out more. It's a lethal weapon for them. It's probably the only weapon they really do have. It was an excellent drive. They must have gone maybe 15 metres. The crowd was right behind them. Then they spread the ball out wide. They had lots of room on the far side. It was a one-on-one. The police player just managed to gain himself a little bit of time, a little bit of pace. Got over the line. So now let's see if they can get a little bit closer. They're 7 points behind at the moment. Kick to come, 12 points to 5. As Jaya Wikrama lines up, lets the ball go. It's a great strike. It looks like it's through. The flags are up. The crowd next to me, I'll tell you, it's a 5-point game. 12 points to 7.
Well, Sandesh Jayavikrama giving a message for his coach. Coach, I'm supposed to start this game.
That's right. All lend his boots over to Sinawansa. But he's come on. His kicking's been on point. He put the ball out that led to the driving line out. And there's a driving line out you can see on screen now. Look, they're just marching forward and they're sucking in defenders. It's great play. I'd like to see police use that more often. The coaching staff should be congratulated for the fine job they're doing there with that driving maul. Yeah, the line out. It's over. They just spread the ball wide. And we'll see the try. As we come back to live pitches, Air Force kick off just inside the 22.
Well collected and showing that animal instinct by police number 7. Straight away going into contact. Coming from the bench, Uday Sanjula. And that's a pretty good kick as well. And Saraka Veralla, the Air Force number 8, made lovely 15 meters with.
Got up over Scotland the Brave.
And even Wales struggle against Georgia.
And here we see Air Force, they're 5 metres out from the try line. Werala goes again from number 8, goes within a metre. In fact.
And no, it's a double movement, says the referee, so it's going to be a penalty in favor. Is it? Yeah, it's a penalty in favor of the Copes. Double movement maybe. And Sandesh Jayavikrama to put the kick to come out of jail as he put a pretty decent kick.
It's a stylish boot, isn't it? That he has. It looks good through the air and he makes nice contact with it. Now let's see if Air Force are going to try another driving maul. They decided if police can have a driving line out, then they can as well. But it's police is put in here to the line out. Just waiting for a ball to come.
And here's police number 16. Lahir Pavitra, who played as a tight head prop. Captain is still in the naughty chair. Apparently he's back now. The numbers are equal. Somehow managed to get that ball with police as Hashan Gomez. Turnover by Air Force. Some good tackle coming in, and here's an attack. Idda Malgoda sending into Charit Seneviratna. And still play on, says the referee. For instance, police players were wandering, but you have to play for the whistle.
Yeah, there wasn't a whistle, it looked like, and the players were. Everyone stopped and looked at the referee. Referee didn't say anything or do anything, and they carried on, and then there was a whistle after that. A little knock on there and contact there by Air Force. Looks like it might be police has put in. I haven't seen a signal from the referee at the moment. It's hard to see. Yeah, so it was a little knock on. Police putting in the ball on their 22.
A lovely dive pass by Gomez to Sandesh Jayavikrama. And that's equally well. Very good kick by Jayavikrama. Probably he should have started. And the news out from Nittawala that Kandy won the match convincingly with 9 tries. 58 points to 13, the full-time score.
They need to get Tom Cruise to go and lead a team up there. It's mission impossible going to try and win up in Kandy, I think.
Both Dhanushka Ranjan and Anuruddha Vilwara scoring hat-tricks for the defending champions. But here's a line-out throw. Parakram Ratnayaka. Well collected by Air Force number 5 lock forward. Supun Madhusankar. A lovely loop work by Iddamal Goda combining with his first centre. Here's that run coming from. Unfortunately, that's not a good pass. That's not a good pass by Ramdas.
Terrible pass, terrible communication as well. It wasn't just the pass. So you need two to tango there, and the man who's going to receive the ball needs to be communicating the man with the ball. So they're both at fault there. There wasn't much chat from the outside or the inside. They don't have the ball very often, wingers and fullbacks in this game, and when they do have it, they should treasure it a little bit more, talk to each other, make sure that they keep the ball alive.
Here's Gomez to Sandesh. Lair Guru Singh dummying. And here's the try scorer running in now. Police from the far corner. Uday Suranga and knocks it on with the tackle. Good tackle by his opposite number. Well, Police still with the distance, not too far. Just 5 points behind.
Yeah, that's right. They are just 5 points behind. That back move there wasn't quite right. The running lines weren't right. The players running the decoy, they were in front of the man with the ball before the man with the ball and let the ball go. So that as soon as they get in front, that means that the defensive team can just say, okay, you're not going to get the ball. I can drift off you and go to the player at the back. That happened twice in that play. So that's an area that police will need to tighten up this week. I do think they just look a little bit calmer now. They've changed their number 10s. The control of the match looks to be a little bit better. And
indeed, he's playing a cool game. He's showing a little maturity compared to his previous 2 games. Under Jai Vikrama, former St. Peter's captain. Here's Badagama sending it to Iddamal Goda. A lovely running. And Ramdas sending it to the winger. Punchi Padmasankar rather. Iddamal Goda acting as a halfback, sending it to his replacement scrum half. That's a little bit high. Switching directions as Iddamal Goda going to his left and number 16. Can he go all the way? Good defensive work coming in by Police. Air Force number 16, Charit Seniratna, is one of the key players who didn't start this game. And Air Force backpedaling now.
referee indicating that there was an offside by police at that last ruck. Penalty to police, penalty to Air Force. Decided to take the scrum. Interesting call. It was a nice bit of back play though, and that time the skip pass did work. It skipped out 3 defenders, got to the outside, and they made made great gains up the short side there. Did Air Force.
"13 minutes left. It was a delay start. 5 minutes delay from the usual 4 p.m. kickoff. And here's that scrum as Saraka Viral breaks through, channeling that number 10. Another pick and drive inches away. Air Force, can they score the 3rd try? And that's a knock on, and it's a penalty for police taken quickly by Surya Perma, but it's not 10 meters, so he will have his luck. Looks like a card coming in. Once again, it's Radhisha Senaviratna. Well, I beg your pardon, it's number 5, in fact. Nilantha Jayavira, the lock forward, he's been brilliant today in terms of the line-outs. But that's quite unfortunate for him.
Well, Police were lucky to get a penalty at that point. But once they did get the penalty, they did that well. They took a quick tap and tried to get away. There's a lot of space there. If they'd gotten the pass away, there was no one really in the background here for Air Force. They would have been in real trouble.
Pavitra with the throw in. Stolen by Air Force. What a lovely run by Air Force hooker. Lack of discipline by Police. Iddamal Goda. And here's Senaviratna. Good tackle coming from Police number 8, Wajid Fahmi on Ramesh Ramdas, but there's another knock on, so lots of stop play coming into this game.
It was a nice tackle there by Fahmi, but I'd like to see him jump up and then do something else. After that, he just sort of got up and wandered back into position. At those points, when you make an offensive tackle like that and you knock the player backwards, there's a real great opportunity for the defending team to come forward and try and take advantage of that opportunity there. Police, they had an opportunity right where the scrum is, but they just knocked on, and that's why Air Force have the ball.
Ranjan Badagama feeds the scrum as Sarak Verala breaks. He went a few yards backwards. Good pressure coming by Police. Looks like a turnover. This is brilliant now. Here's Gomes trying to use the shorter side. Sandesh Jayavikrama to Lairu. Lairu Gurusingha to the number 11. Police wing 3/4. Janit Chandimal into contact. Gomes to Sandesh once again. Lovely no-look pass to Wajid Fahmi. Wajid fence off and trying to make some yards. Police winning a penalty. Taken quickly by Gomes. And that's a poor pass, but penalty will remain because not 10 meters by Air Force. Well, time is ticking. And Police all of a sudden into their 6th gear, maybe 7th.
So I think they've called for a scrum here, which is surprising because they've got that great line out. So you see the chant come up from the stands, but they've got a great line out. I'd be asking for that line out to be put into action.
Sri Lanka Tour of India 2017. You can watch all the updates on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. And you can see from the scoreboard, 2 tries to 1, 12 points to 7. Just need 1 try to level this game. And Police for the last 5 or 6 minutes playing some superb running rugby.
Now it's to be in this difficult position in the field to defend. So if the halfback comes this side, the open side, it's an 8-9 move. And there we have a little tap.
Here's Lairu. Oh, Sandesh Jayavikrama knocks it on. Good piece of tackle, but thought for instance it's a knock on. And correctly so, referee getting some help from his assistant referee. Sandesh Jayavikrama just could not hold on to position. There you can see he's screaming. Not sure on whom. Maybe he's saying for the assistant referee he's correct. It's a knockback.
I think he's saying that maybe the tackler knocked the ball down and it wasn't a knock on from him, but look, do your job properly and either run a better line or get the pass away. And don't blame the assistant referee. So now 6.5 minutes left to go. Air Force on their 22, looking to clear their lines, trying to relieve some of the pressure. 5 points ahead, tenth time in the game.
Here's Radisha Seneviratne. We didn't see much coming from him after he scored the very first try in the 6th minute of this game. And Iddamal Goda. And that's not a good kick. That's not a good kick. Maybe he knew that advantage is coming for police infringement.
Looked like that might have worked out for them though. That kick bounced up into their hands. He one pass and they might have been away, but referee brought it back. Air Force are happy to just let this clock tick down a little bit. Got 5 points up. I don't think it's enough. I think police are going to come again. They're going to get the ball again. Momentum's with them at the moment. Feels a little bit like Air Force are just trying to hold on. Nice touch finder there by Air Force. So here, we'll see them manage time here. There's 5.5 minutes to go as they meander up towards the line out like Brown's cows, just wandering up for a little milking. Here they come in. They're going to try and take a couple more seconds. Shorten line out, 4-man line out.
Sandesh Jayavikrama trying to rip off the ball, but Air Force still strong in that contact by Saraka Virala. Here's Iddamal Goda. Puts that kick. Suranga with a lovely collection and sending it to Lairu. That looks forward. Thank you very much, says Air Force. A lovely offload to Charit Seneviratne. And Air Force has numbers. Oh dear. Just could not hold on to position. And Captain Rasid Silva trying to kick the ball off. But Air Force will have a penalty. They should go for the points, Paul.
Yeah, they should go for the points. It'll take time off the clock. That man there, he was lucky to get away with just a penalty. It looked like it might have been a yellow card. Looks a little bit like England versus Australia there, as the defensive line was coming back offside there.
You ought to be kidding, Paul. Maybe Air Force trying to play like England in the last 10 minutes, where they scored 3 tries.
So I like the intensity that Air Force have brought in the last 5 or so minutes. They were under real pressure there inside their 22. They managed to hold on for a little bit longer. Now they've come out and they've really started to play well. They went straight up through the middle there. I thought they were unlucky not to get over there. They needed one more pass.
Charing Ratna with the penalty kick. So if these 3 points go, police has to score twice in 3 minutes time. So this kick would seal the game for Air Force.
It might have sealed the game. There's 3.5 minutes left, or just over 3 minutes left. Charit Seneviratne, successful. He's been their kicker. Normally he's come off the bench today. Come on and made a timely contribution. Lovely kick off there by police. Hanging, they get the ball back. That's well done. Big boy's going to take it straight up the middle. Nice defence and great clearing there over the ball. Radisha just came in and gave away the penalty. Looks like they've taken the ball quickly. Police. They've got some numbers on the outside. They move it too quickly. They don't draw and pass as we'd like to see, as coaches would like to see. They still hold on to the ball there, 20 metres in. Hands in the ruck. It's call from the referee. Players just trying to shuffle the ball back. It's caused by players not strong enough over the ball at the breakdown there from police. Just need to have their body position a little lower, just be a little bit stronger, and then come in and support the first player to get there. Instead, they came in individually. They were a little bit too high. They got blown off the ball. That's what caused the melee, and then they had to use their hands. A little wounded duck sort of kick there from Air Force. Gets them just outside the 22. Minute and a half to go. Are they safe? They're 8 points up. Betting man would say they are probably safe. Changes are being made to the police side and also to the Air Force side.
So
they almost took off too many players there, the police team. They're back to full complement.
Sitara Samarakun coming in the dying stage. That's quite funny. Number 19. Air Force hooker Ratnayaka. You can see referee ThePapare still didn't give a love to throw in. Can see that golden touch in the background. And here's Ratnayaka now. Well collected by Air Force number 5, Madhusankar. And looks like a turnover, is it? No. Police battling hard on the floor. And the clock says 80 minutes on your screens, but it's not the referee's clock. Pressure time for Police Sports Club. Here's the try scorer now. Oh, very good tackle by Air Force. Ball is still in play as Police number 14, Kodituakku, is firing in the far corner. Lahir Gurusingha sending another lovely offload. Here's Police coming, storming into the Air Force half now. Advantage. So they will have the penalty advantage. This is what they want to put that into touch and use the line out drive maybe, but decided to pick and run, tap and run, and that looks like the game is over. No, in fact, not 10 meters still. The luck is with Police.
Gee, that was lucky, all right. A little tap and run, pass to the forward. Forward didn't realise the ball was coming, knocked on. Referee says you can have one more go, fellas. Looks like they're going to kick to the sideline and use that driving maul that we've loved so much. Or they're going to have a little break and talk about it. A cup of tea. Looks like one of the players are down for Police. Seems like a strange thing to do unless it is an actual injury to try and take time out here by Police, because they seem to have a little bit of momentum then, and now you're just sort of stopping that momentum that they just had.
Yeah, get the ball into the touch and get that 5 meter line out. You still have Acharya playing 80 minutes, the veteran player. He's been so good with the lineouts as well. We saw in the early passage of play that Police went that 15 to 20 meter driving maul. I'm sure that they don't have that much of energy, but we never know. Good defensive work by Air Force, but the Police still managing to hold on. Can they score? This is going to be interesting end. Even Gomes trying to. I like to see both centers also going in, but looks like held up. So
Timeout. He's going to consult his assistant on the sideline. He says held up. Scrum, 5 metres. Play on.
They still have one more chance remaining. Yeah, Radisha Seniratna just making a quick inquiry on the remaining minutes. Without a doubt, it's going to be the last play of this game. If Police can score, they will be only get that losing bonus point. Gomez. Police number 8 trying to control that. And he breaks. The ball comes loose. Another pick and run. Inches away. Can see the ball. Good pressure by Radisha Seniratna trying to steal that ball. Gomez dummying. Wajid Fahmy. Well tackled by Air Force number 11. Seniratna number 16 rather. And Police trying to sneak through to score that all-important try. Here's Gomez using the shorter side. And here's big number 16. Can he go all the way? Looks like a try being scored. Or is it a knock-on?
Looked like he just lost the ball on the line. Or he got pulled out. I'm not sure what the referee, we can't quite see what the referee said. He said it's a knock-on scrum. Knock-on by Air Force. Penalty.
Well, not sure what that incident was, but Police number 16, Lahiru Pavitra, had the chance to score that try. Looks like if it's a held up, if it's a knock-on, that's it. Game over. Here's Gomez now. And breaks from the blind side. Some valiant defensive work by Air Force. Gomez screaming. And that's a knock-on. So that's all over, I guess. And it is. So finally, we see that full-time whistle after addition play of 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. That was an additional play of 5 minutes. And Air Force, I thought, that did really well to hold out. There was a lot of bravery and a lot of courage there by the forwards. It was wave after wave, and they managed to get their first win of the season. 15 points to 7, Air Force over Police. Police came back with fire and brimstone in the second half, though, and they were unlucky not to get within 7 points.
Also, we have to decide your man of the match, Paul.
The number 8 for Air Force had an inspirational game. Wedella, he played really well. He took the ball up really hard. He came off the back of the scrum often, making great meters as well. He defended with great strength and made some telling tackles, so he'd get my man of the match for this match today.
Well, congratulations to Air Force and Saraka Vedala. That's a full-time score. Air Force 15, Police 7. Unfortunately, they could not get a losing bonus point, and the Air Force registered their first win of this season. They were incredible last season. They managed to even beat Kandy Sports Club in their home match last year. But they can certainly be proud of this performance. The youngsters stepped up also with some experience. There you can see 2 tries to Air Force, 1 conversion and a penalty, a try and a conversion to the Corps. So Air Force are winning this game, and that's all we have from Air Force grounds. And I'm Sabir Kader signing off with Paul Toya. We'll see you next week.